What's up, guys? We are back for another euphoric episode. This is episode 4, and I am Tyler Hosley.
Hi, and I'm Craig, English film nerd living in England, unfortunately. And welcome to our latest Euphoria mini-sode. Tyler.
Yes, so we're on episode 4 now. I can't believe how fast the season's going. It's making me sad. But
How many have you got? Is it 8?
there's 8, so 4
Okay.
more. So episode 4 picks up exactly where episode 3 leaves off. Rue getting picked up by the DEA, and this is where we learn that Rue just talks way too fucking much to the cops. Girl, there is no lawyer present. Shush. Just stop fucking talking. Don't say a word. They're gonna use everything you say against you. Just shush. Stop talking, Rue. You're better than this. Just stop. But here she does become an informant, which I saw coming, and I'm sure you did as well, Craig. I mean, I saw her
Yeah.
becoming an informant, like, obviously. So after the interrogation scene, which was actually really good, I mean, that scene was incredibly well acted. All 3 of those actors are fantastic. I mean, Zendaya always, but those 2 actors that played the cops, I don't know their names, but they were really good
They
too.
were very coppy. They had
Yes.
the cop vibes down.
Yes, they did. I think they did some studying. They were the typical just scumbag cop. I hated them just deeply.
Yeah.
But after that scene, we go back to Alamo's club. And here we meet a new character, and her name is Kitty. She's a stripper. She's played by Anna Van Patten. She's actually the sister of Grace Van Patten. She is the lead. Her sister is the lead in a show called Tell Me Lies, which I absolutely fucking love as well. It's another show I'd actually love to talk about one day. I think, Craig, you'd actually really like that show. It has a male character in that that's somehow worse than Nate in this, if you can believe it.
Oh.
But yeah, her sister is the lead in that. She's excellent in it. But yeah, Kitty is getting interviewed for a job while Rue walks in with her bugged phone and her fanny pack. And this is the first time we learn that Rue is not cut out to be an informant ever, because she's just sweating and just nervous as fuck, and she can't hide that shit for nothing. It's kind of
Her
funny,
being
actually,
asked to
the way.
smile was hilarious.
Oh my
She
god.
just did not know what to do. She did about 3 or 4 different smiles, just not coping at all.
No, that smile and that laugh it had me on the floor, dude. Like it was so funny and so well done. She played that scene so well. Like I say
I
this
love
every
Rue.
episode.
I love Rue, but
Yeah.
she's so useless. She's so fucking doomed. She's just so she just is not going to get this shit right.
Oh, I worry about Rue's safety for this fucking show. This finale is gonna break me. I have a feeling. I have bad feelings about Rue as a character, and it's gonna be rough. I have a feeling. I hope. I hope
Yeah.
not, but I have a feeling it's going down a path. Rue is just she's a clusterfuck of a human being, and it's a shame because I love Rue. But yeah, Zendaya, and I say this every episode, but Zendaya just plays the shit out of this. She's so good, so good.
She's so fucking charming. You just can't help but love her.
Yeah, but that's a really good scene, and you can tell Alamo and his manager just know some shit is up with Rue. They can see it. I mean, they know everything. I mean, the scene with them, like directly after at the poker table, is just super fucking unnerving too. And just Rue better thank her lucky stars because just be thankful she's an addict, because she can use that excuse as why she's sweating and so nervous all the time. And that's exactly what she does. She said she dabbled a little bit and she kind of went off the deep end a little bit. So, and Alamo believes that, which is fucking shocking because he seems smarter than that, but he believes it. But that's a
He
really
took
good
Rue
scene.
on in the first place. Like the first time he met Rue, what screamed future employee to him? What was it? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, Rue would be the last person you want to work with. Now, I can see Rue working with strippers and being like a manager to strippers. She's got
Well,
the
that's
heart of
true.
gold. Yeah, she's got the heart of gold for that, and she's also like, she's gay, so she likes the women, and I could see her working at a strip club. Just yeah,
Yeah, just keep
maybe
her away
not
from the guns
managing.
and the drugs.
Yes,
Just let them. Yeah.
that's not her thing. So then we go back to Cassie and Nate storyline, and these two are just a fucking mess still. Uh, Nate's talking about his sewn back on toe being like a metaphor. He's lost his fucking mind. Nate has just fucking lost it. And Cassie just instantly packs her bags and runs out that bitch when she learns he owes the loan shark over $1 million. So yeah, she's just like, fuck this, I'm out. But that's just more proof that Cassie only wanted the fairy tale lifestyle and just she really doesn't care for Nate and just
No.
doesn't give a shit because she left instantly. As soon as there was a problem, she was gone. As soon as there was no money involved, she was just outie. She's out of that bitch. But
Yeah.
there is one scene that I did want to mention that involves Nate as well. The scene with Nate breaking down at the meeting, that shit is brutal. Like,
Yeah.
and Jacob Elordi just nails that entire scene. He's phenomenal here. Like, incredible. The pain on his face as he's on his knees begging those people. I mean, that is such a great performance. And, like, I can't compliment him enough in this episode. He is just great.
He's
And,
still a little boy. When he's saying things like, "I'm trying to do a good thing,"
mhm.
I'm trying to do a good thing. You can. He had a shit dad. I'm really hoping that what's going to happen with his character is his dad is going to like step in and somehow help him out because he needs it. The universe is punishing him for all the shit he did in previous seasons. But
Yes.
it's punishing him to the point where I'm starting to feel for him now, man. When he's on his knees, he's on his knees with a big gold watch at his wrist. So
Mhm.
maybe he could sell that, bitch. But when that guy says motion denied, I fucking felt for him, man. Like nothing is going right. A fucking flower just grew out of the ground like God was spitting in his face. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm starting to feel a little bit for Nate.
Same. And I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, God, do I hate feeling bad for Nate? I'm here feeling bad for such a toxic piece of shit of a character, and yet, God, I feel bad for him. That scene just made me feel for that character. Fuck,
Yeah.
I can't. But and I would never in a million years think I would ever say I felt sorry for Nate after was watching. If I didn't go into season three, if I went into season three without any knowledge of what it was, and I was just going by the knowledge of season one and two, I'm like, there's nobody could ever tell me that I would feel sorry for Nate. But here we are, feeling sorry for Nate. Just crazy. But so Cassie moves out and she gets picked up by Maddie and goes and lives in Lexi's apartment complex now. And another scene that I just desperately want to talk about because it's fucking hysterical. But the scene at the pool with Maddie taking pics of Cassie is just the funniest fucking scene I've seen in all 4 episodes so far. With that girl blowing Cassie with a gas powered blower for wind. And then she can't start it. As every scene just cuts back with her trying to fucking crank that shit, and she goes, "Why is it not working?" She goes, "I don't know. I'm not a fucking gardener. I keep laughing so hard."
They're pulling the curtain back a bit on the OnlyFans stuff. The finished product is all meant to be very glamorous, but they're showing you how there is zero glamour involved in its production at all.
No, it's no nothing, and I guarantee this is how half of them are anyway. Just fucking out by a pool in a cheap compartment complex that they live in. Yeah, it's just it has to
Leaf
be.
blower moving their hair around.
Oh, that scene was hilarious. Just so good. But but yeah, you have Rue there in the scene asking for drugs and everyone asking her, I thought did you relapse? She goes, no, I'm looking for heroin for my boss. And yeah, no one believes her because, it's Rue. But that scene is so chaotic in the most old school Euphoria way possible. And I love it. It's such a great little scene. But Maddie then brings Cassie to this like social media influencer party hosted by Brandon Fontaine, which is played by a Wahlberg. I think it's Mark Wahlberg's nephew. I think it's played by a Wahlberg. That kid is a Wahlberg. I just don't know who he's related to. Of which Wahlberg? Probably Donnie's kid or something like that. But he is a super famous influencer, and Maddie gives Cassie this quick little pep talk before they go in. All he cares about is pussy. But you're going to tempt him with pussy. You're just not going to give him the pussy though, because the moment you give him the pussy, he'll never speak to you again. Just the perfect, Maddie pep talk. But this scene here at the social media party like has the perfect juxtaposition of Cassie partying hardcore while we cut back to the strip club and Kitty in this almost like forced traffic gangbang with these fucking polo wearing shirt douchebags and just
Yeah.
yeah, and they're like yeah, that scene is just fucking brutal. The music, the camera work, it's pure bleak Sam Levinson chaos, and it's so well done. It's like it's a well shot scene, bleak as hell, and you feel for this character that you just literally just met. You just saw this character in one scene, and now you're like, damn, this kitty girl, she deserves so much more than this. She's good in it. She's really good. But then Rue talking to Kitty afterwards in the bathroom. I mean, that kind of broke my heart too. Her wiping away the tear. Rue is such a mom. She's such a mama bear to these strippers, which is funny as hell to me, seeing Rue as like a mama bear. But she's asked her, "Are you being forced?" And you just feel so bad. That scene is really well acted as well. And all this while Rosila is sitting in the bathroom stall listening to all this shit. Like she hates Rue. She's probably the only character in this that actually hates Rue. But yeah, that's such a good little scene. Just a really, really good little scene. And just like I said, it shows how much humanity Rue really does have for these girls. And she's a really just lovable character, even with all her flaws. But then we cut back and we have Cassie, who finally does get the attention of Brandon, along with Caitlin, who was the girl Maddie managed in that first episode. She came back, but he brings them both back to his room. I think that's like a suite, I guess. But yeah, he brings them both up to that suite, and they all do like coke off each other, and fucking Cassie just snorts a fucking line, and she goes fucking ape shit. Just goes
It's
nuts.
where
I
she
never seen
says
it.
before they go up to the room, someone says, "Oh, I got some coke." She's like, "Oh, I love coke." Like, yeah, I like cocaine. I don't think she ever did drugs with any of the other girls in the other season, so I think
She's
that was like the
never
first
did.
time she ever did coke. She's gonna
Oh,
be a nightmare on coke.
she snorted coke, and she instantly turned like a fucking just like a Super Saiyan, like a Dragon Ball Z. Her fucking character just fucking went. Her fucking eyes blew up. I swear, her hair was gonna just start glowing. I'm like, this girl fucking is just fucking coked the fuck out. But and she's never done drugs in her life. It's just
No.
I don't think she does. She's never been shown doing drugs at all in Euphoria. So I don't know. I don't think that girl's ever fucking done a drug in her life. She's too perfect
Yeah,
in her
coke's
in
gonna
her
suit
world.
her. She's gonna like the way that makes her feel, you know. And also, there's no one is more like desperate to please other people. So I think doing the OnlyFans stuff and also doing coke is going to be her is going to be something she excels at in the
Hmm.
worst possible way. She's going to be very good at making people happy, but it's going to lead her down the darkest fucking path, especially when she decides that cocaine is great fun.
This
This
might be this might be the downfall of Cassie's character right here. I have a feeling that's
yeah.
what's happening. But then all the influencers like break into the room with their phones and cameras and shit, and just Cassie just randomly throws out her handle on video, and just judging by all the little phone dings she has on her phone while she's driving away with Maddie after the party, it seems to be working. So I'm sure Cassie will get the attention that she just desperately wants, and she will get it
She
in the wrong
will.
way, but she will get it.
In the worst way, yeah. But she'll get it.
She will. But I haven't brought up this storyline yet. So Lexi and Jules. We have like a third storyline going on in this, and Lexi invites Jules to paint her some art for the television show that she's on with Sharon Stone. And Jewel just Jules just paints a picture of a bunch of penises at a picnic, which Lexi gets in trouble for with her boss. Now I have a thing that I think Levinson did with this particular scene. I'm going to talk about it, and let me know if you feel the same. But I feel like
Okay.
Levinson is trying to say something with this storyline, and this is what I took from it. People judging Jules' art on the surface level and not looking at the deeper meaning of it is the same way people judge Levinson's art with like Euphoria. Like I feel like that's what he's trying to say with that. Like, Euphoria has a bunch of penises and people judge it for that. And no one looks at the deeper meaning of Euphoria. They just look at it as surface level stuff, which I think that's what Levinson was trying to say. I could be just misreading that, but that's what I took from it.
I can see that, but also Jules really irritated me in this scene. I thought she was like selfish and inconsiderate, irresponsible, man. Because that was not the place for a dick jamboree, man.
No,
It's a commission for a network TV show. It's a great fucking painting, but there were dicks all over that fucking thing.
there
And when she
is.
was asked to cover them up, and when she's like, "Oh, well, okay, but the breasts," are like, "No, they got to go as well." Once when she was asked to cover them up, she should have covered them up or refused, not have a fucking tantrum. But it bugged me because it affected Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that was
Yeah.
selfish.
Lexi's just an angel in this show, and I just for some reason every time I see Lexi like getting scolded or like yelled at or just in trouble at all, I'm like, Lexi doesn't deserve this. She's a sweet angel of the show, and she doesn't deserve any shade thrown at her at all. She's wonderful.
Well,
But
she was
yeah,
the center of the episode for me because Lexi is coming to the realization that all of her friends are like lead boots.
mm,
Like, she doesn't need these people anymore, and they're going to drag her the fuck down unless she gets away from them. She doesn't want to pay for mistakes that her self-obsessed friends are making. You know, I think what I really liked about this episode is we're finally like we're halfway through season 3. We're finally getting to the point where we're discussing personal responsibility, you know, and being an adult and actually moving on in life. And this is what Lexi is trying to do, and she needs to get rid of all of her friends, like all of
mhm.
them. When she says it out loud, says, "You're an online pimp. You're doing this. You're trying to buy heroin." Just she needs to move the fuck on because she's got a life ahead of her and goals. And I like the fact that Levinson has stopped this thing halfway through season 3 and said, "Yeah, isn't it time everyone just fucking grows up?" You know, when everyone is not growing up, Rue is not growing up, Cassie is not growing up. They're going the opposite fucking way. So all I need really from the rest of the season is Lexi makes it out okay. You know, just not let her
Same.
get dragged down.
Now Lexi is the actual, she's the character that has an actual soul. Yeah, and I know that sounds bad, but she is like the character that she deserves the best coming to her. She deserves happiness because she really doesn't need these people.
No,
She doesn't need any of these fucking people in her life. And I hate excluding Jules because Jules comes across as the second most normal of them all. But
yeah,
at the same time, she doesn't need Jules in her life either because none of these people are helping her at all.
no,
Lexi can succeed without any of these fucking characters, and she'll be just fine without them in their lives.
she'll be better off without them.
Yes, and even this sounds bad too, but Fez being in jail, Lexi didn't need Fez either. That would bring her down as well. And I love Fez, but that would have
Yeah,
brought her down as well, which is also a shame because I did love Fez, but she doesn't need him
same.
either. But so we end that, and then the final half of the episode, or the ending of the episode, actually, the ending is Lori's crew robbing Alamo Strip Club in, I think, our Barack Obama mask. I can't really
They
tell.
are, yeah.
I thought so. I thought so. I can tell those teeth, those pearly whites that he has. But yes, that was a Barack Obama mask. I thought so. But yeah, this scene is fucking intense too. Just fucking brutal. And then when that guy gets shot in his stomach and the blood
Oh,
just sprays all over the two, Rosalia and Zendaya. This season has a lot of blood spraying, pig blood,
it
just human
does, it
blood, a lot
does.
of blood. But that is such a fucking brutal scene, and I
And when he
wonder if he's
gets
gonna make it.
when he gets shot in the gut, he's grabbing his gut and screaming. But there's also like this stripper's butt bouncing off of the window on the other side of the
Yeah,
window.
yeah. I noticed that too. The second time I watched, I was like, "Yep, there's a fucking stripper twerking in the background as this guy's just bleeding to death."
Everyone totally unaware, just having a good time at the strip club.
But yeah, no, I feel bad for Big Eddie because he gets shot in the stomach, and he doesn't look like he's gonna make it after this. To be honest with you, because I really like that character. I had no idea that was the guy from A Different World, the Cosby Show spinoff. I had no fucking clue that was him, but that is him. Blew my mind actually
Okay.
when I read that. But so the episode ends with them watching the security footage as they left, and they notice a girl with big ass lips driving the getaway car, which we all know who that is. That is Faye, the wonderful Faye. That reveal is great. And then shout out to Sam Levinson for using MOP's Cold as Ice during the end credits. That fucking needle drop is perfect. I love that song
Yeah,
so much. I love MOP. They're amazing. And him using that fucking song Cold as Ice is just the perfect needle drop for this episode. Just what a fucking stunner. Yeah, Levinson really knows his music really well. Just nailed that scene. But yeah, that's pretty much episode 4, unless I missed something.
Well, you didn't mention the parrot coffin. You let me down there, T.
Oh yeah, the parrot coffin. That was such a quick scene too. Made me feel bad for Lori for 2 seconds.
I'm just imagining the mechanics of someone making a little coffin for a parrot, but they did it because they loved that parrot.
You did love that parrot. Like I said, this show sometimes makes me feel bad for like horrible people, and like Lori's a terrible person, but I felt bad for her because she
Oh
lost
yeah,
her baby bird. That was her the love of her life, that bird. And yeah, but at least he had a nice little coffin for him, little sweet little parrot
yeah,
coffin.
yeah. They're nice Nazis for doing that.
Yeah, they are. They do.
Yeah,
The
they
bird,
made a coffin for a parrot, so
the bird didn't deserve it. Just he was a sweet bird.
the bird probably wasn't a Nazi. Probably.
No, he is white though, so
He
who knows?
was. He was very white. So I don't
He was a
know.
very
Maybe he
white
was.
bird.
Maybe they learned it from him. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm with you. I really like this episode. It wasn't
Yeah.
as explosive as last week's episode,
No.
but there was lots of stuff that I liked. There was also stuff that bugged me. Like I liked all the same stuff you liked, so I'll leave that there. You know,
Mhm.
I really enjoyed the same stuff that you enjoyed. The bits that bugged me were first Rue, like not just like being a terrible liar and like digging a hole for herself immediately as soon as she's questioned. Like she's an ex-addict. She's a young black person. She should know to get a fucking lawyer. Come
Mhm.
on now. And I
Yep.
think Levinson, either Levinson's a little bit dumb, or he assumes his audience is dumb, or maybe a little bit both. I wish he could find a more intelligent and creative way to move that element of the plot forward. But I suppose he just wanted to get it done nice and quickly, so he did it that way.
Mhm.
And the other thing that Levinson does that bugs me, you talked about the dual scenes. You've got the new girl Kitty essentially getting abused at the strip club, and Sweeney just whoring herself at the party,
Mhm.
and the way they're combined. And I'm with you like 75% of the way, because I think that is for for this show that was a powerful scene.
Yeah.
What's going on with Kitty is like really like grueling and heartbreaking. I get it, but I do think none of these scenes will ever be as powerful as they could be, because for me, I don't think Levinson is a good enough director to. I don't even think he's willing to do it, but I definitely don't think he can. Is capable of pointing out misogyny without also indulging in a bit of it himself.
Mhm.
You know, there is a way of like highlighting misogyny without being kind of sexist, and he has not learned how to do that. There's always it's so sleazy that when he points out sexism, we're like, yeah, I get it, Levinson, but your program's super fucking sleazy, dude. Come on. So there's an element of like too little, too late, because that scene would have hit a lot harder if he wasn't a sleaze master. But it was a really, really good scene.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it was.
I loved all the same stuff as you. I loved that fucking needle drop. That was so good. When what was the line? She's got gigantic lips. They just cracked me up because all you could see on the screen as well. You could just see the giant lips. And I hadn't realised it was Faye in the car. I was like, oh my fucking god, there's no mistaking Faye. She's fucked now. But
You know, it's funny.
I just
It's funny. I'm sorry to interrupt you. What I was going to say, but I just
yeah.
speaking of the lips, Chloe Cherry, the actress that plays Faye, she's actually selling hoodies of that surveillance footage. It's amazing. I want one so bad. I'll just send you a
I,
picture of it. It's great.
yeah, I know you're going to own one of them very soon.
Yes, I
Very
will.
soon.
Yes, I will.
um, yeah, like I said, I liked all the same stuff. I thought it was a really good episode, and this makes it sound kind of boring, but it's not. It was a very good episode in terms of moving the characters forwards towards, whatever Levinson's end game is. Everyone's
Mhm.
moving in the appropriate direction, and especially I like to think that Lexi is moving in the appropriate direction, which is fucking anywhere away from these fucking nutcases. I
Yep.
mean, I felt bad about Jules because I just think Jules wasn't thinking and she was being a little self-obsessed, and she's probably the last one who would want to do any harm to Lexi's career. But
No.
but they're all too. Lexi seems to hardly ever think about herself, as everybody else in this show is completely obsessed and only thinks about themselves 24/7.
Yep.
So just let's have a happy ending for Lexi. And as much as I love Jules, as much as I love Rue, just save Lexi for us, okay? I need her to be all right. But yeah, I
Levinson behind the camera, no one's gonna have a happy ending. Although I do think Lexi will. I just see Lexi having a happy ending. But with Levinson behind the camera, there's just no way these characters are gonna have happy endings. They're too self-destructive to be happy. There's just no
oh
way.
yeah, definitely. Ah, God, it's gonna get grim. It's gonna get grim. But yeah, I'm glad it's finally got to the point where all of this shit has been going on for 2.5 seasons, and now Levinson's like, hey, what if this is actually affecting people and their world and their plans and their what they want to do. It's discussing. Suddenly, it's discussing how you got to be fucking responsible, which isn't it doesn't feel very Levinson, but I think that's why it just comes at a good point where you've seen all of this absolute bullshit, and now some he's saying that there's a limit. There's a
Hmm.
point where this fucking has to stop, and you have to get your shit together. And I think out of them all, Lexi's probably the only one who's going to do it. Even though weirdly, I feel like Nate wants to. Nate wants to get his shit together, but he is a genuine useless human being, which is
Yeah,
which.
Nate, I just don't see anything happening to Nate. I can't see it. Just Nate. I don't know if he deserves a happy ending, to be honest with you. Even though
No,
this episode kind of made me want him to have somewhat of a just get away from Cassie. I guess I don't know what to say.
yeah,
Cassie's not the problem either. They're both problems. It's just I don't want to blame one on the other. Like I don't want to blame Cassie for Nate and Nate for Cassie. It's just none of them deserve each other. Everybody just needs to stay away from each other and just find new friends. Just start over. Start over with your life.
absolutely. I did love that scene where Cassie throws her suitcases over the balcony and then walks down and grabs them, and he says, "Oh, where are you going?" And she just says, "To work." Slings her bags over her shoulder and leaves.
Yeah.
Work. When you say work, you don't you don't mean work.
Oh my
I'm
god,
really
Cassie had those bags packed like a month prior before the wedding. She was ready. She was just ready. She was
oh
out
yeah.
just quick.
Where Cassie ends up now is entirely in Maddie's hands. I think if she decides to just make some money out of her and not fuck her over, she'll be
Mhm.
okay-ish. But if Maddie decides she wants to fuck her over, she's going to be in Tijuana selling like $5 blowjobs by the end of this, because that's how Maddie will have arranged things.
I
Is
can't
it Maddie?
Maddie, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't read Maddie right now. Like I can't tell if she's genuine about helping Cassie or she's got some fucking revenge up her sleeve. I still can't tell. We're 4 episodes in. I have no idea. Like I
She's
don't know what she's doing.
she give me old Hollywood femme fatale vibes, man. She's
Mhm.
gonna fuck over anyone that she's got a grudge with, which I
Oh
think
no,
is
that's
pretty much only Cassie. So
yeah, she don't really have any
maybe
beef
Nate
with
as
anybody
well.
else. She has no beef with
Yeah.
anybody. Oh yeah, but Nate, yeah, Nate I can see, but yeah, Cassie's like her big target right now. I'm curious to see if she does actually have revenge planned or she wants to make money off this. I can't really tell yet, but I hope we find out soon.
Well, we are going to because we are halfway. And I hear there's talk about a season 4. Maybe not with the same characters. Maybe starting with a new set of characters. But there are now discussions, I believe,
Yeah, I
about.
read that as well, and I guess from what I've read, they want to go a skins route with it, where they just completely change the cast, go back to high school, start with a young cast again, which I guess could work. I mean, skins, they work for skins. I like skins, but I guess that it could work for Euphoria. I mean, I don't see why not.
Well, another way it's similar. I think it's a similar type of program to Skins, but in another way it's similar to Skins is that so many stars came out of it, man. Like so many people came out of Skins. Like, God damn, I'm not good with names at this point, but fucking Lex Luthor and damn, what is his
Oh
name?
fuck, what is his name? I'm slipping on the two right now.
Dev Patel. No, Dev Patel's not Lex Luthor. He's one I could remember. Nick. I feel like his name is Nick, but maybe it's not. I
The
really
new
like
Lex
that
Luthor,
guy.
right?
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas
Nicholas
Holt.
Holt, thank you. Dave's waiting to rescue us. Yeah, I love Nicholas Holt. I love Dev Patel. Really, that came out. And who's the guy? Yeah, there we go. Dave will come up again in a minute. Who's the guy from Sinners? The Irish villain from Sinners.
Oh, the guy that was in Startup and stuff.
Yeah,
Shit.
O'Connell.
Jack O'Connell.
Jack O'Connell. Thank you, Dave. But yeah, the both series have just produced these people who become really incredibly famous. So it'd be interesting to see if they can do that again.
I don't know if you've ever watched the show on Netflix. There's a show called Elite, which has a very similar vibe to Euphoria. Troubled kids in high school, sex, drugs, all that shit. And there's like 8 seasons of the show, and I started watching it. The dubbing is bad. I have problems with dubbing. I don't know what it is. I rather watch subtitles than dubbing, but Netflix only has dubbing. But it's a Spanish show, and
Yeah.
they have 8 seasons, but they use like 4. They take 4 seasons of the same cast, and then they kind of switch the cast, but they always leave a character from the first 4 seasons in a new season with a new cast. So it still has like some connecting membrane towards the
Okay.
first couple seasons. I think Euphoria could do that, maybe with like Maddie or something. But I could see something like
Yeah.
that happening. But that could work. But I would be fine with a new cast as well, just to start from the beginning in high school.
We know who would have been the perfect character to carry on with, just having one character to carry on with would have been Fez. Would have been perfect to just,
He would have been,
have Fez
because
co. He would did as a joining tissue, but
Fez and Ashtray. I would watch those two all day together. They were. I mean, Ashtray died as well, but it's just not in real life. The actor's still
yeah,
around, but the character died in the show. But I would have loved to seen those two just continue on doing their thing.
yeah, me too. Right, well, halfway,
Halfway there.
and yeah, I'm like a lot of people are really disliking it. They're saying it's not very Euphoria. I think it is very Euphoria, and I'm digging it.
I mean, it's still got the Euphoria vibes. I mean, there was so many shades of just old school Euphoria, and this episode in particular, the pool scene, just the chaos.
Yeah,
It's pure Euphoria. I think people just want the labyrinth score back with the glitter and the high school, and that's not what this is anymore. It's now a crime show, and that's the rate. That's the route it went. So
yep.
we are on Instagram, Raiders_of_the_ podcast. We're on Facebook, where you will find these episodes dropping every Wednesday. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and watch Kevin's awesome videos. We have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
Woo. Okay. Well, we will see you same time next Wednesday when we cover episode 5.
Yep. See you next week, guys.
Okay. See you next week.